car addiction. Today I'm going to talk about 5 vehicles that you can buy for $5,000. Now when I say 5 vehicles, I will actually mention 10 vehicles because on every section I put 2 vehicles. So if this is your first time in my channel, so what I do is I make a lot of small car repair videos, I make car buying guides, and now this is my first episode of Top 5. So please hit the like and subscribe button to see more upcoming videos.
Hey everybody, I will be giving away the car addiction window stickers to 1 lucky subscriber every month, so please hit the subscribe button right away.
So this video is catered towards an individual who is basically looking for their first vehicle. So I have some set criterias in recommending the vehicle. I don't want a vehicle older than 2005, which is 14 years from now on, so you don't want a vehicle which is older 14 years old. And I want a vehicle which is around 100,000 miles in Canadian, which is about 160,000 kilometers. And based on the reliability sector, I'm Toyota, Honda, Mazda, Koreans, and then American. To get some hate for putting the Americans at the very bottom, but you know what, buddies? In a $5,000 category, the Americans are really at the bottom. First, Toyotas. And when you think of Toyotas, you can't go wrong with a Corolla. That's they sold millions and millions of them worldwide. So $5,000 category, the Toyota Corolla that you can afford is between 2007 to 2008. Major problems with that model year is connecting rod bearing, transmission issue, and airbag recall. So take it to a mechanic, get it inspected. Next one on the same category of the Toyota is 2005 to 2007 Toyota Camry. Yay! Same thing as the Corolla. It's a little bit bigger motor, gives you a little bit more space, reliable as heck. Couple of things, power steering pump goes on them. Motor mount wears out prematurely, leak from the valve cover gasket area, and transmission issues. And when I say transmission issues, drive around to see if there is any latency between the transmission shift, or take it to a garage. I highly recommend you to look after a 2007 Toyota Camry because in 2007 it has a facelift, so it looks a little bit more newer than the 2005 and 2006 Toyota Camry. In my opinion, the 2005 and 2006 model looks a little bit more dated. 2008 to 2010 Honda Civic. Check my video where I show you why I shouldn't buy a Honda Civic. I love them. There is a million of them. It's super reliable. Anybody and everybody knows how to work on them. Parts are cheap, labors are cheaper, and they come with a CVT. Ooh. It's the worst mechanical invention. They don't have a lot of issues. A couple of major problems could be camshaft sensor failure, AC does not blow cold, and no start due to ignition switch failures. It's 2006 to 2007 Honda Accord, and beautiful vehicle. Again, it's just like the Toyota Camry. It's a little bit bigger, more spacious. If you have a bigger family, that's the vehicle you should be looking for. Very reliable. Major problem with both Accord and Camry in that time frame is their paint. The clear coat peels off because I don't think they have the right amount of thickness in the clear coat. That's why you'll notice in a lot of vehicles in that time frame, the clear coat on the hood or on the roof, it peels off, especially in colder climate where you have to use special windshield washer liquid, and the alcohol in that liquid wears that clear coat off. So watch out for that. It's a very common problem. Negotiate a better price, I guess. Next on the list is Mazdas. Now, in my opinion, Mazda, the brand Mazda, is misunderstood in North America. They don't have the popularity as a Toyota or a Honda Civic, but in terms of their vehicle and the build quality, they're just as good, if not arguably better. Overall, one major fault Mazda as a company that they have is they have issues with rust. So does everybody else, especially in a colder climate where they use a lot of salt. So I personally recommend the Mazda brand because if you're trying to buy the Toyotas or Honda, there's going to be a lot of buyers on the market and the supply is a little lower. So option for you to haggle a better deal is may or may not be an option. Go with the Mazda, you still get the reliability, you still get the looks, they're loaded with options, you will get a better bang for your buck. First off, Mazda 3. It's 2007 to 2009 Mazda 3. Those engines are very, very reliable. My brother-in-law owned one. He never complained about the motor or the transmission. A couple of major problems that can come are the suspension parts or the wear out parts, even the brake parts, because they wear out. Their biggest problem is they wear out too fast. So when you replace them with not OEM and aftermarket, which is a higher quality than an OEM part, so it will last longer. You have a little bit of electrical issues, so sometimes the headlights won't work or the tail lights won't work. Some little dinky things in the dashboard may or may not work. Just an ongoing electrical issue, but in terms of the drivability, it's fantastic. Next one on the Mazda lineup is 2009 to 2010 Mazda 6. Same as the Camry or an Accord. It's a bigger vehicle for a bigger family. It has a bigger motor, and just like the Mazda 3, it does not have any major engine and transmission problem. A little bit of electrical problems all around. Other than that, maybe a little bit of rust. It's a hell of a buy, and I'm sure you're gonna get a higher spec, lower kilometers or miles, and a newer vehicle in the same budget. On my list are the Koreans, so I'm gonna put Hyundai and Kia together because Hyundai is the parent company and the Kia is the sister company. The vehicles in that company are very similar. So my first vehicle on the list is Hyundai Elantra or a Kia Forte. So 2010 to 2013 Elantra or Forte. Their biggest complaint from their consumers were the advertised fuel economy was not correct. So the vehicles will consume a little bit more gas than what was advertised. So to me, I don't think it's a big deal. Next one is a big deal because the engines are prone to ticking, and when it goes tick tock, and at the end of tick tock, it goes kaboom. So when you buy a vehicle, please listen to the motor very carefully. If it tick tocks, just walk away. A lot of power steering pump failure issues, so keep an eye on that. The next one on the list in this category is going to be 2010 to 2011 Hyundai Sonata or Kia Optima. In that time frame, Kia Optima was not popular at all. There are some. It looks very dated, so the popularity of the market was not there, but you're going to see a lot of Hyundai Sonata. Again, the major problem with that 2.4 liter or 2 liter turbo motor is tick tock. Luckily, Hyundai and Kia both offered a 10-year extended powertrain warranty and 200,000 kilometers or 200,000 miles. So the Canadians got the boot because it's in kilometers, and Americans got a better deal because of the miles. Personally, I owned a Kia Optima, and right now I drive a Hyundai Santa Fe, and I love these vehicles. The Koreans came a long way. These days, the vehicles that they're putting out, they can compete with the Japanese in terms of value and quality. They are an amazing value for your buck. It's really about stretching the dollar that you spend, and going with the Hyundai or Kia, you will get one of the biggest bang for your buck. Next one on the list is the Americans, and there are a couple of options that they were, but I decided to stick with Ford, especially Ford Focus and Ford Fusion, because both of these vehicles are designed in Ford Europe. Ford Europe designers and engineers are just a wee bit better than the Americans. I could be wrong, but that is just my opinion. In that price range, what you're gonna find is 2011 to 2013 Ford Focus. Stay away from the fancy dual clutch option. Just go with the standard automatic or a 6-speed manual. I have issues with hanging information system, losing wiring harness catching fire, and power steering problems. So before you put your money down, please do take it to your trusted mechanic for a once over. Next on the same category is 2008 to 2011 Ford Fusion. The Ford Fusion is practically the same vehicle as the Ford Mondeo in Europe, and Ford Mondeo in Europe did wonders, so that's why I have this in this list. In terms of the vehicle itself, the motor is pretty reliable, but there has been a lot of documented transmission problems. The transmission has a lot of documented problems, so drive around, take it to a mechanic before you purchase, and they do have steering pump failure issues. So thank you for making it to the end of the video. Please stay tuned, please hit the like and subscribe button if you want to know what are the top 5 SUVs that you can buy for $5,000. It's coming soon. Hit the bell notification.